And I booked $3,000 worth of work that first day. And I was like, holy shit. I own a line of cosmetics. It's called Gentry Kelly Cosmetics. Separately, I own Gentry Kelly Weddings. One sells products, cosmetics, skincare, lipstick, blush, things like that. And then the other one, we do wedding services. Third company is the properties company. So I buy and hold commercial real estate that I lease to myself. And then fourth is now the podcast, which makes $0. The cosmetic line I started in 2011. Prior to that, I had been in retail cosmetics 16 years. Went through the 2007, 2008 recession. It was very successful during that. Got noticed from the brands that I worked for. Got to meet people at corporate. After 2.5 years, I was like, why am I making them millions of dollars when I can make myself millions of dollars? So I left and started the bridal business first. When I launched my Facebook business page, I said, okay, I've just left Neiman's. If you know anybody getting married, let me know. And I booked $3,000 worth of work that first day. And I was like, holy shit. I started doing that. And then customers were like, well, you're not at the store anymore. What am I going to do? Can you come to my house and do my makeup? So I was charging people to go to their homes and give them lessons. And then I'd go to the store and buy the products that I had in my kit and bring it to their homes. And then people started saying, why don't you have your own cosmetic line? I'll buy whatever you think is good. That's when I flew to New York. I made a phone call of the place that I knew Bobbi Brown started, and I worked for her for a long time. The open house was that one day I had less than $2,000 in my bank account. Sean and I had broken up at the time, and it was a really big risk for me to spend that much money on a last minute flight and hotel in New York. When I went to that open house, I was there for 8 or 9 hours that whole day, and I was like, okay, I really like your products that you manufacture. I can't afford to do self formulation. So I started off with private labeling, white labeling. Let's just start with lipsticks to see how it goes. I did that, and I spent $35,000 on a credit card because I didn't have that kind of cash. And I threw a launch party and 200 people showed up. I sold $10,000 in cosmetics. The first 2 days, I sold out of almost everything. And then for every tube of lipstick that I sold, I would purchase 2 more. The first year was a bit slow. I didn't have a lot of products to sell. So I would just keep investing in new products. When I got big enough, started self-formulating each category at a time. But I did like $75,000 the first year. Second year was somewhere around $275. Then it was close to $475. And then it started multiplying like $800. And it was around 3 years, 3 months that I sold my first $1 million in cosmetics.